morning, Sunday, August 24th, 2025. Jeez, 2025. I'm Larissa. Time has come. Drink from skulls. Mm. Yeah, the mint in this batch of tea is really, really nice in particular. I had a bunch of mint that was from Palestine. Well, whenever I see products that in stores that are marked product of Palestine, I buy them because on principle, not because I support Hamas, but because I know from my experience working with gang affiliated youth that violence, in particular organized crime violence, is often a symptom of economic repression and oppression, right? So if you can support positive economic endeavors, meaning healthy legal businesses, so that people can support themselves, you are much less likely to have problems or as many problems with organized crime. So that's why I buy, whenever I see olive oil, product of Palestine. That's why I order soaps from Novelist Soap Company. It's why when I make my trip into Oakland occasionally to go to a couple markets, there's a market there, Oasis Market on Telegraph, that carries products from Palestine. That's where I bought the mint, dried mint. It was just herb. Dried mint, I got, and I got some Farica, which is cracked bulgur wheat. And I got olive oil, and, you know, these are, they're small things, right? But, when you reinforce the healthy positive behavior, you make less room for the negative behavior, meaning Hamas, right? But Israel is just greedy and committing genocide, right? It's repugnant. Anyway, the Palestinian mint, whatever the varietal is of mint, because there's many different varieties of mint. There's spearmint, peppermint, chocolate mint. Catnip is technically a form of mint. Lemon balm is technically in the same family as mint. So there's a lot of different types of mint, and whatever this varietal is that grows there is quite fragrant and sweet. And it has a very I mean, it's minty, like it's like, oh, it's mint. But it's different. It's different like when I've grown mint in my garden and dried it. It actually has a stronger flavor. So it'd be interesting to see the plant itself, I don't know. Because some of the leaves on the varietals are smaller, some of them are wider, some of them are long and skinny, right? The chocolate mint has like a purpley brown vein, right? And stem, but the leaves are green. And chocolate mint is interesting because it has like kind of a chocolate aroma on it and on flowers. Yeah, I mean, it's like chocolate mint. It really is. Like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Like it's really, really interesting. It's really, really interesting. So yesterday, Omar and I went to Half Moon Bay and walked around. We had lunch and everything. We had a real nice lunch. There's a British pub, Cameron's Pub. It's real good. It's real good. It is. It is. It's lovely, lovely little place. It's kind of a big place, but it's nice and it's worth the drive. So he'd never been. I was there recently. I was like, oh, well, we'll have to go up here. So we did. And then we drove into downtown in Half Moon Bay and walked around, and there's a lot of little shops and things. And I bought myself stuff yesterday. I don't usually buy stuff for myself, right? But I did. Um, went into an African, it was an African art gallery. I didn't know that's what it was. And we walked in the front door. There were just a couple like masks and stuff in the front. I'm like, I would, I didn't know what the store was going to be. It was just like, oh, let's walk in. But I had a couple African masks in the front. The place was full of, it's all contemporary African art. And I love African art. I really do. I have this great big picture book of African art pieces. And as a conceptual artist, I am moved by African art because African art is conceptual art. Yeah. And it's also highly influenced through it's largely craft influenced. And so as a person who has a fine arts degree in craft, right? Um, African art is extremely compelling. So there's concept behind every piece. No African art is aesthetically driven. The aesthetics are the byproduct of the concept of the work. And so all of the work is utilitarian, which is also what's so interesting. Like even the pieces that are made to hang on the wall are technically utilitarian because they are made as tools for communication with in the spiritual realms. And so it's like I was talking to the young woman that was working at the in the gallery. The place was called Jungle Trading Post or something. It was like they needed more room for the stuff that they had in there so they could display things more easily. But really, really cool things. They had these giant masks, giant masks, like 6 foot tall masks. Oh my God, I wanted one so bad. It was really cool. This guy screaming face. He's like, ah! I'm like, oh my God, I want to hang that above my front door. Yeah, I wasn't joking. But that's why I really love like all of the patterns and everything that are in everything that are applied to for surface embellishment. They're not decorative, right? Like they at first glance, to someone who doesn't know, they appears like decorative patterns, but they're not. That's not what the concept is. Each of the patterns has it's like language. It's like communication. So I really really love the layers and layers of concept that are imbued on African pieces. Uh, yeah. So anyway, I was all excited because they had Tuareg silverwork, and Tuareg silverwork is so amazing. So the Tuareg are a nomadic tribe. They're a nomadic tribe, primarily from the region of modern day Algeria. Yeah. Anyway, they're a displaced people, and they are historically politically oppressed, and their trade is silverwork. So anyway, I got this really beautiful Tuareg cuff, and it's forged. Oh my gosh. And like they use minimal tools and very very like they're old school, right? Like they build a fire and they're not using torches in the same way. Like they build a fire to do their work. And these cuffs, oh my gosh. And the engraving, well, it's not even engraving, it's oh, hammer, like tool and die kind of thing. And oh my gosh. But it's really beautiful. It's tapered and it's thicker at the top and the middle, and then it has the thicker ends here, right? And it's solid, right? And then it has inlay. Oh my God. And it feels so nice. It's so incredible. It's so incredible. It really, really is. It's really, really, I mean, the inside, oh my God. It's the side of the metal that's up against your skin. Oh my God. I love it. I had to have it. They had a whole bunch of Tuareg silver work. Um, and I mean, my personal opinion is that everything in the gallery was way, way, way underpriced. So like this bracelet was $150. And knowing how this is made, because I know how this is made, that's hardly like there's probably like $75 in materials here alone, right? I don't know. The bracelet should be more expensive. All of the work should be more expensive. Like the giant masks, giant masks, 6 foot tall masks. They were awesome. They were only like $1,700. Oh my god. Oh my god. When you take into consideration, that they've been shipped over here, and the overhead of the retail space, like that is a ridiculously low price on those pieces. I also got a bunch of Maasai bracelets. Oh my gosh, I love Maasai beadwork. I do. I really, really love Maasai beadwork. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. These matched what I was wearing yesterday, so that's why I bought them. I bought them. They were 13 bucks a piece. They had a big basket of them. And when you see the Maasai bracelets and stuff in the different trading post stores, right, other galleries, um, generally a lot of the beaded work comes from NGOs that are women's collectives kind of thing, and it goes directly back to the tribe. So these were 13 bucks a piece. Again, you know. So traditionally these are wrapped on like leather and reeds. And these ones aren't. These ones are on some sort of plastic tubing, but that's just modern day kind of thing. But the beadwork is just so cool. And they had not just bracelets, they had earrings, and they had a couple really large necklaces that were incredible, incredible, absolutely incredible. And they had a bunch of silver inlay work too. And again, it was just like it was so cheap. I was like, oh my God. I, you know, way underpriced. Way, way, way underpriced. Really, really beautiful work, particularly considering what they are and how they're made. Cheese on rice, cheese on pizza. Yeah. So then we came home and played with Brody and had leftovers for dinner. And now here we are, it's Sunday. Now here we are, it's Sunday. So in Maasai beadwork, all the colors have meanings, right? And so like blue is life-giving energy, and white is purity. That's what I looked up when I got home. I didn't know that, off the top of my head. I mean, but I know that like in Maasai beadwork that the colors are communication, right? It's language. It's language. The colors are language, and the placement of the colors on the body are language as well. Yeah. Glass seed beads. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. Yeah, but this Targ cuff, oh my God, it's so beautiful. So well made. It was so inexpensive. It was so inexpensive. Anyway.